The pressure is coming down hard on Iran. The Trump administration has imposed a first round of sanctions on the country after pulling out of the Iran nuclear deal in May. A second round is scheduled for November, including sanctions on Iran's oil sales. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says the goal is to get Iran to change what Washington sees as its malign behavior.
Right now, the United States is undertaking a diplomatic and financial pressure campaign to cut off the funds that the regime uses to enrich itself and support death and destruction.
The Trump administration is betting the sanctions will lead to a better nuclear deal than the one achieved in 2015 under former President Barack Obama. At a recent rally in Missouri, President Trump said that he is open to new negotiations.
We're ready to make a real deal, not the deal that was done by the previous administration, which was a disaster.
But Iranian President Hassan Rouhani dismissed the notion in a televised speech Monday.
What's the meaning of negotiations when you impose sanctions at the same time? It's like someone pulling a knife to stab a rival or an enemy in the arm while at the same time claiming we should be talking and negotiating.
The new sanctions bar any transactions with Iran involving dollar banknotes, gold and other precious metals, aluminum, steel, commercial passenger aircraft, and coal. Steve Hanke, economist at the Johns Hopkins University, is skeptical that the sanctions will work.
Sanctions keep the regime in power, and the second thing they do is they make it very attractive for criminal mafias to make a lot of money through smuggling.
European allies are opposed. The European Union has implemented a measure barring EU companies from complying with U.S. sanctions and protecting them if they do business with Iran.
The blocking statute, once it enters into force at 6 a.m. Our time this morning, will allow EU operators to recover damages arising from U.S. extraterritorial sanctions from the persons causing them, and nullifies the effect in the EU of any foreign court rulings based on them.
Iran has repeatedly denied its nuclear program was aimed at developing weapons. The International Atomic Energy Agency says Iran is in compliance with the 2015 deal and that the agreement has allowed for greater verification of Iran's nuclear activities. Patsy Widakuswara, VOA News, Washington.